Today we will move on to a new topic about how we can feel good in the worldly sense and also contribute to the development and replenishment of our earth. When we replenish our earth, it need not be that we are always seeking ways to work hard towards replenishing the earth. Instead of working hard, I think the basic objective should be to enjoy the purpose of replenishing the earth. When you enjoy what you do, and when you like what you do, and when you have a commitment and passion for what you do, the work which is done in the best way possible, and the outcome also is the best. So we do not want anyone to struggle to replenish the earth. So we want people to enjoy the process of replenishing the earth. So when you're replenishing the earth, it also means that you also eat the right kind of foods, which is nourishing to your body. Now when you eat foods which are nourishing to your body, it does not mean that you're going to have only vegetables or you're going to have only plain untasting items. It can be the best of tasting foods. You can have the best of nuts. You can have the best of non-veg cooked in a particular way, which is healthy. I think you will have to contact a dietitian with regards to the best process of cooking in the most natural way. But it can be tasty and it can be healthy. The most important part is when you eat, you should nourish your soul, you should nourish your body, you should nourish your efforts by which you can connect with the universal mind of God or with the universal spirit of the universe, which gives you the guiding light to go through each day and make the right decisions in your life, and which in turn makes the right decision to make our earth better, to replenish our earth. So starting from our food, we should make the right decisions, and also enjoy the process. Then also, as we mentioned, sensuality is a very important part of everything that we do. What we do as of now today is that we kind of put sensuality at under the blanket. See, in any creative process, it's a sensual process, it's a sensual process. When two stars are formed, it's the alpha and gamma rays within the stars which collides, and a new star is formed. Then there are children, smaller stars. The same process is repeated in humans. Two sexes attract, the opposite sexes attract. The male and the female attracts. It's a universal phenomena seen in the universe. Two opposite energies attract, and then there's a union, and then there's a new being formed. There are new children formed. So sensuality is the most important energy in the universe. We should distinguish between sexuality and sensuality. Sensuality is the process by which we create things, the process by which we enjoy creating things. Be it a fashion, be it the best of garments in a fashion show. It's a sensual process to be creative and have the process of humanity. The mind of humans is the mind of creativity. The distinguishing factor between a human and an animal is that we can create. That's the only distinguishing factor. So when we create, it's a sensual energy which helps us create. So let us give importance to sensuality in the universe today. Sensuality in music, sensuality in arts, sensuality in every field of work. Even in education, you should be sensual about what you study. When I mean sensual, it means that you should love what you're doing. Sensuality is to love what you're doing, and then the energy. So if you're studying, love what you study. Do not study anything which you do not like, because it will not help you further in life. So if you're studying something, if you're going to study anything for that matter, if you're going to get a PhD in anything for that matter, or if you're just going for the sake of knowledge, study something which really reflects with your soul, which you believe in, and you enjoy studying it. So the process of just memorizing something should be left out. As of today, we have a mobile phone with us which can memorize the whole Britannia or the whole of Wikipedia. and it can give it back to you within a second. Even ChatGPT, for that matter, can give you all the information. But what makes you human is your ability to create, to be emotional as well as creative. You have an emotional quotient as well as a creative quotient. So use both. That is your distinguishing factor. In today's day and age, your phone can give you all the information which you want, even a doctor or a lawyer and so. But the distinguishing factor of a doctor or a lawyer or any kind of profession is that they also have emotion, they have empathy, they're also able to help you, which makes it different from just putting out some knowledge which is already memorized. So when you study, love what you study. It brings sensuality into your study. Sensuality is about loving what you do. And it's one of the most important factors of replenishing our earth today. People working against the spirit of the universe can work in different ways. They can appear in different ways. They are mostly vermin energies, and a vermin energy has to be treated as a vermin energy. What I mean is, you have to call a gold, and waste a waste. So such people, sometimes they do the worst kind of things against you and your family, or also they would conspire. So you will have to treat it. See, in war, there is all kinds of action happening in war. So it is not about good things, in a war. And it is, when you are a respectable person, you also are fighting a war. So when it comes to war, when it comes to decisive action, when it comes to words used in war, it might be offensive, but it needs to be done because the energy has to be transmitted. When there's an energy which is coming against you, which is destroying the very air that you breathe, which is destroying the future of your children, you will have to mitigate that same energy with the positive energy, and whatever bad in terms of words needs to be said should be said appropriately at that time, and action should be taken appropriately at that time. So when we are replenishing the earth, it's not all about goodness in terms of what we say and do. It's also about negating negative energies which affects our replenishment of the earth. So let us march in solidarity, and let us, just like any country which is strong in the world, it also has a strong military. Anyone who crosses the path, who might destroy the earth, we will educate them, we will give them the right kind of knowledge. But if they are going against the principle of life, then we need to counter it, which is most important. The most important part is, let us give the knowledge to people first. Let's give the knowledge to people first. And as of now, let's make a beginning to replenish the earth in whatever small way we can. Once the knowledge goes across to people across the world, which is already gone, which already people know, it is only maybe just one person who still have a gutter rat brain. They need to be dealt with. But I would say 99% of humanity have understood and they embrace, because they are interested in the future of our children. Even the worst kind of convicts or criminals or so, they understand and they love the children. But there are still some people which might be just 0.1% who needs to be dealt with, And if they have any kind of influence in your life, words, actions has to be used so that you can be in the universal energies of being for the earth, for loving the earth, of working with the energies of the earth, with working with the energies of the air that you breathe, the water that you drink, the flower, the trees. These are energies, life-giving energies on earth. There are hundreds of examples of life-giving energies, which includes the cell in your body. So anything which is working against your very existence and the energies which sustains you, it is very natural for you to mitigate the threat towards our universe. And by doing it, you're strengthened by the universal force. You're blessed by the universal force in time. And when you are with the universal force, no one can be against you. So let's replenish the earth. and be in sync with the universal energies of the earth, blessings our lives and leading you to prosperity for generations to come. And also you're working in tune with the energies of eternity. Let's replenish the earth beginning today.